Hello Mustang Maniacs, it's Rick Star Gonzalez. Today we're going to work on the 2009 45th anniversary Mustang. So I got this car a few months ago. I bought it to replace my 2005, but here we are a few months into this, and one of my signal lights went out. Not out, but fell out. I looked underneath and the little tab that holds it is broken. So today's goal is to take this bumper off, repair that, and put it back on. So we're gonna try to look in here. I can't see much here. Try to look at that bumper. So I'm gonna jack it up and get my face in there. Maybe I just remove the whole thing. All right, here's the scoop. See that tap's broken off right there. So I gotta repair that. That'll dangle right there. So we're gonna remove this front bumper. I tilted the wheels a little bit so I can access those screws. And when I get to the other side, I'll do the same. So you're gonna need a 10mm, a Phillips screwdriver, and a flat blade. And believe it or not, there's 6 more bolts, but they're under the fender. So now we're gonna remove this cover. Pull the middle part out first. Ta-da! And if you happen to mess these up, they sell these at AutoZone. You know where else I seen them? I also seen like a giant pack at Harbor Freight. Of course, I'm speeding up the video a little bit, but I'm keeping the audio so I won't sound like a chipmunk. All right. We'll put this over here for safekeeping. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're gonna disconnect the fog lights. Okay, one's a bulb and the other one is a clip. This guy's not really attached, so I'm gonna take it off. What is? All right, now we got that attached. Here we go. Dirty. I'm gonna wash it and then fix that thing. So I removed the signal lights. See how that is? That's supposed to look like that. And somebody tried to repair it before, some epoxy, but now what you need to do is we need to melt that together and reinforce it with something. We'll figure it out. What I need now is some material to recreate that opening. I have here an old, this is off a Mustang. Look, that looks kind of similar. Anything else like that? That was probably the one in best shape. So I'm gonna take a pair of shears and cut that sucker out. All right, I got my piece. So I'm gonna fit it to that opening and I'm gonna melt it together. There's some epoxy on here. I was able to peel that off with my hands. And if I'm able to do that, no wonder it didn't hold. The first time I melt this together better, but I gotta remove this material, the epoxy material. I don't wanna break that little bit of hinge it has. All right, I took off as much as I could off of there, but really the important part is right here. So I'm gonna weld that and maybe give that a little tap. And then I'm gonna size this down to reinforce that. I know Harbor Freight sells a plastic welder, but I think a solder gun would do just as good. I'm using a zip tie, and I'm gonna use some of that material from the zip tie. Let it cool off a little bit. We'll melt some of this material on that crack there. Seems to be working pretty good there. I guess you kind of sculpt it as you go along. I'm gonna trim this down to put it here to kind of fortify that. All right. That looks like it really will work that way, but I really don't want it to mess up again. This looks pretty strong. It looks like it'll hold, but I don't want it to fall apart, so I want to put that there just to reinforce it. And then we'll try the signal light on there and see how it fits. I don't know, maybe it's too much. I guess I'm over-engineering it. Maybe it doesn't need so much material, but make sure you melt both sides. All right, I think that's good enough to rock and roll. So now we're gonna put the light in there and see how well it fits. I may have to go at it and make it fit better, but that's what we got. All right, let's see how that worked out. So we'll get the signal light and put it in there. Lined up just right. All right, we'll see how that holds. So there it is, put back together. And the signal light looks great. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If you like this content, punch the subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. And keep the rubber down, and God bless you.